The year was 1974, and the Smurl family had just moved into their new home in West Pittston, Pennsylvania. Jack and Janet Smurl, along with their two young daughters and Jack's parents, hoped for a fresh start. But the hope quickly turned to dread when strange occurrences began to plague the household. It started innocuously, disembodied whispers, flickering lights, and foul smells that seemed to have no origin. Gradually, the happenings became more malevolent. Dark, humanoid shadows darted across rooms, and guttural growls echoed through the halls at night. The family's pets would cower and refuse to enter certain areas. Janet began waking up with bruises and scratches that had no explanation. The Smurls were a devout Catholic family, and they sought solace in their faith. They enlisted the local priest, but his blessing seemed only to agitate the unseen entity further. The disturbances escalated. Objects would fly across rooms with violent force, and members of the family reported being pushed or even thrown by invisible hands. The turning point came when these attacks turned sexual. Janet and Jack both reported being assaulted in their beds by invisible forces, leaving them terrified and desperate for a solution. They reached out to Ed and Lorraine Warren, the renowned demonologists and investigators of the paranormal. The Warrens agreed to take on the case, and upon their initial visit, Lorraine immediately sensed a malevolent presence. The Warrens set up cameras and recording devices, hoping to capture evidence of the demonic activity. They gathered enough evidence to convince the Catholic Church to authorize an exorcism. However, the first exorcism was a failure. Instead of banishing the entities, the ritual seemed to enrage them. The situation grew so dire that Jack and Janet considered abandoning the house. The Warrens remained undeterred and enlisted the help of Father Robert McKenna, a priest experienced in deliverance ministries. He conducted a second, more intense exorcism. The atmosphere in the house became nearly unbearable. The very air felt charged with malevolence. In the end, while the second exorcism seemed to lessen the intensity of the hauntings, the activities never completely ceased. The Smurl family lived on edge for years, their home forever a battleground between light and dark. Their story became a media sensation, a chilling reminder that sometimes evil does not easily yield. Whispered legends in West Pittston still tell of the Smurl house, a place where shadows dance and restless spirits refuse to rest.